people who come together, who are all dedicated to this crazy world of fashion, is really stimulating.
It goes on and on. The week is busy. This is the place to be when you want to kick off fashion.
What's clear from New York's Fashion Week for spring 2008 is how much of a public spectacle fashion is now.
It used to be small. The whole fashion world could fit in one room.
And it's kind of funny when you play that degree of interest against what felt to me like quite a subdued week.
I think that the week was a little bit flat.
Maybe all the decoration is being saved for the shoes and the bags.
I think it was a huge mistake on the part of the American designers to show so soon after Labor Day. To be honest, I don't think anybody was really ready for fashion.
It's summertime, and we should all be at the beach.
My favorite thing about Fashion Week is it is everything people think it ought to be, which is very self-indulgent and very silly, but in a really great way.
It looks effortless, but actually then you remind yourself that you're watching 16-year-old giraffes coming down the runway.
It all comes together in a frenzy of sometimes pretentious, but always entertaining.
If you've got great legs, then you're set.
Well, I had a ball this week in New York.
Dresses, endless, endless, endless dresses.
There's something a little bit nostalgic about those dresses, isn't there? I mean, they're quite formal. I mean, they wouldn't look out of place at the Queen's Garden Party, some of them.
Fashion is your own shell. For a woman, she can do anything she wants. There is no boundaries.
I think a sense of individuality coming out of the collections and not just being one thing is really important.
If designers do feel a bit cut loose, that's probably quite valuable in the long run, because then you are getting those important little things like Rodarte.
Yes, I think it's become more personal, and I think the true designer really has to focus on their own sensibility and not worry about what anyone else is doing, and then their customer will just come to them for what they know and love.
This very special niche that Rodarte's in, that's something which is kind of almost beyond the cutting edge.
Rodarte was very different for New York. Plus, I personally love those clothes. I'm so glad that a bit of frou-frou and frill is still around.
Rodarte, hands down. Rodarte, they won.
Fashion is nothing if it's not social subtext. You know, all the clothes we put on are to telegraph who we think we are and who we want to be to the rest of the world.
It's really exciting. You know, that's why it's good to choose, I think, rather than have an opening night every night. You want to really choose what designer you want to come to.
For all that he made us wait last night, I mean, obviously Mark was always trying to at least push the envelope.
Very fabulous 70s to do a midnight show, if you ask me.
I don't know, what's the big deal?
I love American style, and I think it's great to get influence from everywhere that you go in the world. America makes fashion that's much more wearable, much more sensible.
It's very undemanding fashion that we've seen this week. Although, having said that, you know, that's what New York is always about, and we might get to Paris and it will be all very tortured.
Fashion needs heroes, doesn't it?
Fashion needs heroes and needs superheroes too.
Where are they coming from?
Well, we have to wait for Paris and Milan and London maybe.